all responsible for the programming and the operation inside the facility here and of the work that we do. So that includes the presented programs, the artists that we bring in that you'll see on the stages, working with our curator and overseeing what comes into the exhibition halls, and then all of the collaboration with our other partners.
My involvement with the Center for the Arts has been with the communication department and their facility, which we call our multimedia center. As an instructor, a lot of my involvement had to do with making sure that our needs as instructors were considered, as well as what students would need.
Very long planning process. When we talk about the Center for the Arts and the entire arts initiative here at Virginia Tech, it goes back actually many years. Was sort of firmed up and went into the design stage. Then there were other people who also got involved, who had the expertise on campus for different types of systems in the building. What kinds of things would we want to have in gallery space in here? The design architect for this project is Snøhetta, which is an internationally known firm. They have a very contemporary aesthetic, beautiful works that they do. Snøhetta worked very closely with our arts initiative and the steering committee, the design team here on campus to look at Virginia Tech, to develop the idea of an arts center which would reflect what it is, which is an arts center, a place where there's a lot of creativity, where you have new work developing, a place that's sort of exciting and special and iconic on campus. It's complementary to what's on campus, but it also stands out as a really beautiful use of the stone here on this building as well. I think particularly because of all of the windows and the glass we have, there's that sense of the outside coming in and the inside spilling out at night when we have lights on, and that's when you really see this sort of hokey stone structure.
When we went through the earlier stages of the design and we were looking into how the rooms would be set up, specifically in the control room and that space, I asked for a lot of glass, and that may seem a little bit odd to some, but from an instructor point of view, it was really important for me to be able to see my students as they were working. Now have a very professional grade atmosphere to work in. That includes the equipment and the supporting software that goes along with everything.
What really brings the energy into this building is, in particular, the students. And the students who are starting to come in now, working on some of the ICAP projects, the students from the Department of Communication who are in the building taking classes. We also have in the center now about 80 or so students who are on the center's payroll.
Because we wanted students to have that experience, that when they get out there in the real world, they've had it and they're not going to feel nervous or ill-prepared. So the space here is definitely different from what we used to have, and I think the biggest aspect of it is how students now are able to encounter these really professional resources to really make them better when they get out there in the real world.
I think that the sort of super goal for the Center for the Arts is that we really can increase and have strong participation in the arts.
We are fortunate enough to be able to have classes here and have this studio in the Center for the Arts. It's a little bit unusual. We readily admit that it is a little bit different, but at the same time, I think it's a great opportunity for students to be so close to something so fantastic.
And the idea and the programs that we do is a wonderful way to bring the campus community, in particular our students, together with the community beyond the campus boundaries.
I think it actually is beyond the university. I think it actually goes beyond just campus and it goes into the town as well. And I think by having this large facility, I think it shows Virginia Tech's commitment to the arts, but to be able to bring more people in, singers and performers and just artists in general, I think that adds to the overall life, the quality of life here in town.
I mean, ideally, if we could sort of touch every student's life while they're here, that would be the big goal, that this place can somehow be a part of their life experience while they're here at Virginia Tech. Somebody said to me early on when I first got here, the Art Center ideally should be like another living room here on campus where people feel very comfortable coming in and spending time or having meetings or getting together to go over a project or something. It should be a nice meeting place as well for people on campus. And we really hope that for our students, that people will feel very much at home here.
because this has been a 2.5, 3 year process for me as an individual to be involved in this whole thing. And so what really gets me excited is when I get to bring students in and their eyes just get really big, or they're just blown away by what they see. And that's what makes it all worth it for me, is just pure passion, joy, thrill. Wow, I get to use this. Wow, I get to be here.